Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. Well, today, I want to ask a question. Have you ever been looking for something in your house? You've been looking for it, and you're turning everything upside down, and you just can't find what you're looking for. But you find something that you were looking for last week or 2 weeks ago or 6 months ago, and you think, oh my goodness, this is where it was. Well, that's called serendipity. When you find something you weren't expecting, it's the unexpected discovery of something good. So that's what happened to me a few days ago. I was looking for something on the internet, and I came across this. Who invented the doorknob? And I'm thinking, the doorknob? You don't even think about the doorknob as an invention. It's just a convenience that we take for granted. But I stopped and read the article, and guess who invented the doorknob? A young teenage boy who had been enslaved. His name is Osbourn Dorsey. They're not sure when he was born, about 1862. But he applied for a patent for his diagram of the doorknob in 1878. And he is credited with inventing the doorknob. Now, the enslaved people had to do everything, including inventing the doorknob. I just find that fascinating and also hilarious. I mean, what were the other people doing? Cotton was king. That's what built the American economy and put America on the map. The enslaved people had to till the ground for the cotton. They had to plant the cotton. They had to hoe the cotton, chop the cotton, pick the cotton, bale the cotton, and then put the cotton on ocean-going vessels to send the cotton out to world markets. They had to do everything. They had to do everything in growing the sugar cane. During the slavery days, Louisiana was a sugarcane growing state. So was Florida and Texas. Many in the Caribbean did not know that sugarcane was also grown in the United States, as it was in the Caribbean islands, but sugarcane was grown right here in the USA. The rice and tobacco, also money-producing crops, were cultivated by the enslaved people. They had to do all of the housework, all of the cleaning, all of the cooking, ironing, sewing, weaving, tend the gardens and the livestock so they would have food to eat, everything. And then they had to turn around and invent the doorknob. I hope y'all get a kick out of this, because I certainly did. This is a picture of Osbourn Dorsey. This big picture was the best picture that I could find. In fact, these are two pictures of Osbourn Dorsey. I don't believe either one of them is the actual picture of him, because if he was born in 1862 and he invented something in 1878 and he died in 1913, it is very unlikely that he was wearing these kind of clothes. These are very modern age clothes. Even the one on the right looks like something that might have been worn in the 30s or the 40s. So I think he would have been long dead before this became fashionable. I don't believe that there's a picture of Osbourn Dorsey. I think these are maybe lookalikes or what somebody might have thought he looked like, but I don't believe these are the real Osbourn Dorseys. The only information that they have on Osbourn Dorsey is that he applied for a patent for the doorknob on December 10th, 1878, and his patent number is 210,764. His mother's name was Christine, and he had two siblings. He lived in Washington, D.C., and that was the place for black people to go after slavery, because it was the most liberal city and the place that they felt they had the most protection. And that is also probably why he was able to apply for a patent as a black person. Otherwise, a white person would have had to apply for the patent, which means they would have gotten the credit for the invention and the money. So he applied for the patent, and this is the diagram that he had to submit. when you apply for a patent for an invention, you have to submit a diagram of what it is that you have invented. That is why we say it is very doubtful that Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, because Lewis Latimer had to do the diagram. Somebody else can't diagram something that you invented. You have to do that yourself. But back to Osbourn Dorsey. What must he have been thinking, and what kind of doors had he been going through and putting latches on them? Because before the doorknob was invented, people were putting latches, wooden latches and leather latches on their doors to keep the doors fastened. Don't you think that's extraordinary? That is extraordinary that this young black man had to come up with this idea just for the convenience of people in the world. Because remember now, people in America are not the only ones that use doorknobs. Doorknobs are used all over the world. So this was a worldwide, a global invention. And guess what? It is very unlikely that he got paid anything for his invention. So this is, again, somebody else got paid for it. Somebody else got credit for it. But he had to apply for the patent, and he had to identify himself as a black person. That's what we mean when we say the stolen intellectual property. An invention is an intellectual property. And when somebody else is getting paid for what you invented, that's called stolen intellectual property. So I'm pretty sure this is another case of a black person's intellectual property being stolen. So next month is Black History Month. It is my goal and my intention to present short YouTube videos of Black American history. This is our history, and we always say we don't know our history. So this is an opportunity to get a lot of information in a short period of time, just so we can know about our history, because there's a lot of it there, and a lot of it is ignored, and a lot of it is missing, or a lot of it has been erased or stolen. But somehow the truth has a way of coming to the light. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about the video. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.